In today's business world, change isn't some special event we plan for anymore. It's just the new normal, right? We're all dealing with this constant state of flux, and it's being driven by everything from AI to shifting supply chains. So the big question is, how do we stop just reacting to it all and actually start mastering it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
But first, let me ask you something, and be honest. Does this sound familiar? That feeling of just complete exhaustion from one massive transformation rolling right into the next with absolutely no time to catch your breath. That's called transformation fatigue, and it is a very, very real problem that tons of organizations, maybe even yours, are struggling with right now.
And it's no wonder we feel this way, honestly. The challenges are just piling up. In a modern business, everything is connected. You pull one little thread over here, and suddenly something unravels way over there. The skills that were critical last year, they're already changing. And on top of all that, you've got multiple projects all competing for the same time and resources, usually managed with these scattered, inconsistent methods. All this chaos makes it pretty much impossible to build up that organizational muscle you need to handle change well.
So what's the end result of all this? Well, projects just don't stick. That new software goes unused, new processes get ignored, and leaders are left completely flying blind. They have no clear view of what's actually changing, who it really impacts, and maybe most importantly, why it even matters. And when your leaders can't see the path forward, that fatigue, it almost always turns into failure.
You see, the real heart of the problem is that the old playbook, the old way of doing things, is just completely outdated. Traditional change management methods are way too slow and rigid for the super dynamic world we're all operating in now. They can't keep up.
And this really shows you the difference, right? The old way is static, it's disconnected. But there's a new approach emerging, one that's structured, driven by data, and totally integrated. It really is a fundamental shift from, just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best to actually engineering success.
And this new approach, it's all embodied in the Modus Change Workbench. Its whole purpose is to slice right through that overwhelming complexity and deliver absolute clarity. It gives you this powerful, totally eye-opening view of your entire organization.
The best way to think of it is like a command center for your company's transformation. It's a complete environment that connects all the dots, linking your high-level strategy to your technology, your core processes, and, most critically, to your people. This is not just another tool. It's a whole new way of seeing, understanding, and managing your business.
And the ultimate goal here is to make change as usual a real thing. Now, this isn't about creating more chaos. It's the exact opposite. It's about building a core capability, a repeatable practice, so that your organization can adapt and evolve continuously without burning everybody out in the process.
Okay, so how does it actually do all this? Well, it all starts with an end-to-end approach that builds a crystal clear path from that high-level strategy all the way down to the day-to-day execution.
The whole methodology breaks down into 4 really logical steps. First, it connects your company's big-picture strategy directly to what's happening on the ground. Second, it maps out exactly who is impacted and what new skills they're going to need. Third, it treats change like a portfolio, managing all your initiatives so you don't overload people. And finally, it measures what's actually working in real time so you can engage everyone in a much more effective way.
And get this, you're not starting from a blank page. The workbench comes preloaded with over 400 ready-to-use assets. We're talking battle-tested templates, strategic frameworks, and pre-built models. It's basically a change in a box that's designed to give your teams a massive head start and speed up your progress from day one.
The real advantage here, though, it all comes down to one word: unification. When you bring together your people, your processes, your systems, and all that data into one cohesive picture, well, that's when you unlock some seriously powerful capabilities. So first, you get one single, consistent way to manage change across the entire company. No more scattered spreadsheets or different departments using conflicting approaches. Suddenly, everyone is speaking the same language.
Second, change becomes personal. Instead of some generic company-wide announcement, every single person can see exactly what is changing for their specific role and why it matters to them. Trust me, this is the absolute key to getting people on board and making sure changes actually stick.
Third, it creates total alignment. I mean, from the executive suite all the way to the front lines, everyone is looking at the same data, the same dashboards, the same version of the truth. This just eliminates so much confusion and lets you make smarter, faster decisions.
Fourth, it creates that change muscle we were talking about earlier.
See, this isn't a one-and-done fix. It's a system that actually gets smarter and more efficient with every single initiative, building a capability that gets stronger over time.
And finally, it's powered by AI. And what that lets you do is model different scenarios, predict the impact of your decisions, and optimize your plans before you even start. This dramatically de-risks your most important and expensive transformations.
So the crucial point here is this. This entire approach creates a fundamental shift in how you see things. It takes change from being this disruptive, chaotic, and let's be honest, often feared event, and it turns it into a structured, manageable core business capability, just like you think of finance or operation.
And this really gets to the core philosophy. Let me say that again, because it's so important. Change is not an event, it is a capability. Once an organization truly understands and internalizes that idea, everything about how it operates can transform for the better.
So this brings us to the final question for you. When you look at your own teams and your own projects, are you just surviving change, or are you actually building the capability to master it? Is your organization truly ready for change as usual?